Ever heard of a massive, ancient city right in the heart of North America? A city that rivaled London and Paris in its heyday, complete with giant pyramids and a population of tens of thousands. No, I'm not talking about the Aztecs or the Maya. I'm talking about Cahokia, America's forgotten metropolis, located just across the Mississippi River from modern-day St. Louis. For centuries, its secrets were buried beneath the earth, a lost chapter in American history. Today, we're digging them up. Imagine it's the year 1100 AD, while European cities were still emerging from the Dark Ages. Cahokia was a bustling, sophisticated, urban center. At its peak, it was the largest city north of Mexico, a sprawling hub of culture, religion, and trade that stretched for over 6 square miles. Its inhabitants, part of the Mississippian culture, were master builders, astronomers, and artists. They constructed over 120 massive earthwork mounds, which served as platforms for temples, homes for the elite, and burial sites for revered leaders. The centerpiece of this incredible city was Mound, the largest prehistoric earthwork in the Americas. This colossal structure, built entirely by hand, with basket after basket of earth, rises 100 feet into the sky. Its base is larger than that of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Standing atop Monk's Mound, the city's powerful chief would have looked out over a thriving civilization. Below him, a grand plaza, a massive 46-acre public square, would have been filled with people for markets, festivals, and religious ceremonies. It was leveled and engineered with incredible precision. Life in Cahokia was complex and highly organized. Archaeologists have found evidence of a hierarchical society, with a paramount chief and a noble class ruling over commoners and farmers. The city was a melting pot, drawing people from all over the Midwest. They came to trade goods like copper, seashells from the Gulf of Mexico, and stone from the Ozarks. This wasn't just a random settlement. It was a planned city, aligned with the cosmos. A series of large wooden posts, nicknamed Woodhenge, was built to the west of Monk's Mound. This structure functioned as a solar calendar, marking the solstices and equinoxes, crucial for their agricultural cycles and religious rituals. The craftsmanship of the Cahokians was astounding. Excavations have unearthed finely crafted pottery, intricate shell jewelry, and expertly carved stone figures. One of the most famous artifacts is the Birdman tablet, a small sandstone tablet depicting a man with a falcon-like mask and wings. This powerful symbol, likely representing a warrior or a supernatural being, speaks to a rich mythology and belief system that we are still trying to understand. Their society was deeply spiritual, with a focus on the cycles of life, death, and renewal. So, what happened to this magnificent city? This is one of history's greatest mysteries. By the year 1350, Cahokia was virtually abandoned. The bustling streets fell silent, the grand plaza grew empty, and the mounds began to be reclaimed by nature. Why did tens of thousands of people simply walk away from their home? There's no single, simple answer, but archaeologists have several theories. One leading theory points to environmental degradation. Supporting such a large population would have required vast resources. The Cahokians cleared huge areas of forests for timber and agriculture. This deforestation could have led to soil erosion and localized flooding, making farming more difficult and life in the city less sustainable. Did they simply exhaust their environment? Another theory suggests social and political unrest. A city as large and complex as Cahokia would have required a strong central authority to maintain order. Perhaps there was a rebellion against the ruling elite, a civil war that tore the city apart from within. Evidence of defensive walls, called palisades, built late in the city's history, suggests that conflict, either internal or external, was a growing concern. These massive walls, rebuilt several times, enclosed the central ceremonial precinct, a sign that the elite felt the need to protect themselves. Climate change may have also played a crucial role. The period of Cahokia's decline coincides with the beginning of the Little Ice Age, a time of global cooling that would have brought colder winters and less reliable growing seasons. A series of prolonged droughts or floods could have devastated their corn-based agriculture, leading to famine and forcing people to disperse in search of food. It's also possible that disease swept through the densely populated city, Poor sanitation and a lack of understanding of germs could have made Cahokia a breeding ground for epidemics, crippling the population and causing survivors to flee. Most likely, it was not one single catastrophe, but a combination of these factors: environmental strain, social conflict, climate shifts, and possibly disease that led to Cahokia's collapse. The system became too fragile to sustain itself, and the people chose to leave, breaking apart into smaller groups and moving away. When European explorers arrived in the area, centuries later, the great city was gone. All that remained were the mysterious mounds, which they often mistook for natural hills. For a long time, the prevailing Euro-American view was that Native Americans were incapable of building such a complex society. They invented myths of a lost race of mound builders to explain away the evidence before their eyes. It was until the 20th century that archaeologists began to uncover the truth and give the Mississippians the credit they deserved. Today, the Cahokia Mounds State Historic Site is a UNESCO World Heritage Site recognized for its global importance. It stands as a powerful monument to a lost American civilization, a reminder of the incredible achievements of the continent's original inhabitants. Visiting the site today is a surreal experience. You can walk the grounds of the Grand Plaza, climb the steps of Monk's Mound, and try to imagine the vibrant city that once stood there. It's a place that challenges our understanding of North American history. It proves that long before Columbus, a sophisticated urban society flourished in the heartland of America. Cahokia isn't just a collection of old mounds. It's the story of a lost world, a metropolis that rose from the earth, shone brightly for a few centuries, and then vanished, leaving us with a profound and enduring mystery. The shocking truth is that one of the world's great ancient cities has been hiding in plain sight all along. Thanks for joining me on this journey back in time. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more dives into forgotten history. See you next time.